Why do some tattoos develop thick scabs during healing? Most of the time, it's caused by small habits you don't even notice. Little actions that quietly increase skin trauma during the tattoo process. And the last one is a mistake that 99% of artists fall into. First, wiping the skin too often. No matter how soft your wipes are, freshly tattooed skin is already very fragile. Constant wiping creates a second layer of damage. Even worse, many people crumple the wipe into a ball and scrub the skin hard, which is basically the same as rubbing it with sandpaper. Instead, try to reduce how often you wipe. Lightly moisten the wipe to reduce friction, and apply a thin layer of Vaseline before wiping to protect the skin. But don't use too much water, or you'll run into the second common mistake. If the wipe is soaking wet and you tattoo immediately afterward, the water will dilute the pigment. The result? The color looks light and gray. At that point, many artists assume the ink didn't go deep enough, so they start going over the same area again and again, which doubles the skin trauma. Third mistake, needle depth that's too short, especially with round needles. Round needle tips are already very sharp. If the needle protrusion is too short, the cartridge tip will scrape the skin. That means while the needle is puncturing, the plastic tip is dragging across the surface, causing double damage to the skin. After healing, this can easily lead to scarring. So some people think, then I'll just extend the needle as far as possible. But that leads straight to the fourth mistake, and it's the one most artists overlook. The ink reservoir sits inside the cartridge tip. It doesn't reach all the way to the needle point. If the needle sticks out too far, you're basically tattooing with a dry needle. That means more trauma, but almost no pigment going in. Even worse, excessive needle length makes it much easier to scratch and damage the skin, pushing the level of trauma to the maximum. So tell me, how many of these skin-damaging habits are you guilty of?